Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Thursday, July 20th, 2017. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. First, a check of the current scaling. BIP91 is now above 80%, with 84.7% signaling for BIP91, 10% signaling for Segwit, 2% signaling for BU. That's just 71 blocks before the current period ends. 54 blocks are needed for a lock-in. There are 81% of the blocks signaling for BIP91 during this period. It looks very likely that segregated witness will lock in. Then a check of the price. The Bitcoin price in the last 24 hours was up 12.26% to a high of 2602, a last of 2601. And a low of 22.43. Our top story today: a coding error led to $30 million in Ethereum being stolen. A problem with a parity wallet has led to 3 ICOs, Swarm City, Edgeless Casino, and I think it was called Eternity, being cleaned out. $30 million in Ethereum was stolen, while $160 million in Ethereum was saved by white hat hackers. This story continues to develop as Ethereum now is on the top of the crowdfunding list and on top of the stolen crowdfunding list, with the 30 million being added to the 50 million from the DAO and the 8 million from the earlier error this week on CoinDash. I think it was CoinDash that had the address changed for their public donation address. The price of Bitcoin explodes above 2,500. Well, obviously, we're getting segregated witness. Segwit reaches 80% of the Bitcoin hash rate as activation looms. I think we already said that. But for more on segregated witness, we're joined by Jimmy Song. How's it going, Jimmy?
It's going great. Yeah, it looks like a lot of different things changed last night. I went to bed, and I think it was at like 77% or so, and things changed overnight. A couple of things happened. GB miners and CK pools started signaling, and as of 2 blocks ago, Slush also started signaling. Also, Antpool, BTC.com, BTC.top, via BTC, they've all gotten relatively lucky relative to how much hash rate they seem to have. And Bitcoin.com, which for some reason is not signaling, has gotten extraordinarily unlucky, as has F2 pool. Anyway, as a result of that, in the last 100 blocks or so, we've only had 9 that aren't signaling for BIP91. So that's like 91% signaling over the last 100 blocks. We have 69 blocks to go before the end of the current period. Current epoch, as I called it in my article, and we only need about 52 of those. That's like less than 76% or something like that. So we're in really good shape to lock in BIP91. I also heard, I also saw a tweet from Jihan Wu. He's claiming that they're running BTC1 software, but changing the get block template call so that they're purposely sort of not signaling BIP 141 or Segwit as of yet, but they're claiming to run BTC1. I had said yesterday that it was probable that they were running core and changing the get block template to signal BIP91, but it's actually the other way around, according to him, which is they're running BTC1, but purposely not signaling for Segwit yet until BIP91 activates, I guess. It looks like a lot of people are coming on board. If this period closes, then we have 336 blocks, or about 56 hours after that, before everyone has to signal BIP 141. There are some scenarios around that maybe I should write an article on soon. What happens if somebody accidentally has a block that doesn't signal that, and related to Greg's objection or bug report on BTC1, and I'll get to that pretty soon.
And also, let's go ahead and get this out of the way now. I don't want to call it FUD, but we've heard some fear, uncertainty, and doubt, maybe coming from Peter Todd, that perhaps the miners are only pretending to signal for Segwit so they can limbo under the UASF bar, and then on the other side, surprise, no Segwit. Is that a possibility right now?
That is sort of it's a more remote possibility, but it's certainly a possibility. And I probably should write an article on the crazy UASF scenarios as per my Twitter followers voted on like what I should write next. So I probably should write something on that. It's possible. We'll have to see. It seems a little bit on the unlikely side because, they did sign the New York agreement, and there is some, the first part of that agreement is everyone makes Segwit go first. So we'll have to see, but I'll write an article sometime this week, maybe.
And incentives wise, they would be breaking their ability to mine the normal chain as they're now mining their new chain. So they'd lose all that money. They'd probably cause the price to crash. So they'd lose all that money. Their new chain would have a questionable value. So money wise, I don't see any monetary reason to do it. I think Segwit's going to make the price goes up. That's good for miners. They fought and they fought and they fought, but I think it's over. I mean, there's this waiver, but
yeah. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about price a lot more, but that should motivate everyone to stay on the course that we're on.
All right, we've got 192 viewers. If everyone could give us a thumbs up and a share. And here we are with the amazing Nostratomus, the predictor of predictors, Mr. Tone Vase.
Hey, thanks for that. Okay, so on my Twitter, definitely go and check out my 2 tweets from this morning. I did like a 1-hour video last night about the price, but this particular one is just for the 2 minutes where I very clearly say that the price will be 100% correlated to signaling for BIP91. And in this video, I say the moment signaling hits 85%, we're looking at a $2,600 to a $2,700 price of Bitcoin. I said that those that watched me live yesterday would have seen that. And also this morning, I sent out this tweet. This came even before Slush started signaling for BIP91. They were just getting everything ready technologically. I knew they were going to do it sooner or later. And there you go. We were at 83% this morning when I got up and put this tweet together. Right now, looking at the latest number, I just refreshed, we're dropped to 84% because who else? Bitcoin.com is still, a problem remains a problem for everyone. And they're still signaling BU code that pretty much everyone's convinced is no good. So they're still kind of doing that. All right. But everybody else seems to be doing it. And everything is looking good. The weekly chart, the weekly technicals, because now we're above 2,500, we technically need to close above 2,500 to put the long-term view of Bitcoin back into neutral. And then a new higher high next week puts the long-term Bitcoin on an up path. And let's hope it's the same up path as what we had between April and June, July. That would be great. All right, actually June. On the daily chart, again, after the big drop day on 7/15, calling for my indicator to show you its potential has a buy target right there. I did actually signal for a buy the next day at 7/16. That worked out pretty good. I was cautious yesterday, and I was waiting for Bitcoin to go above 2,400 today with above 80% BIP91 signaling to be bullish on the daily chart. I have become bullish on the daily chart as of today, double bullish actually, because there was a tradable bounce. So the weekly chart is about to go fully neutral. The daily chart is bearish. I'm sorry about that. The daily chart is fully bullish now. So to me, Bitcoin is very good. To answer one question that you asked to Jimmy with Peter Todd's concerns, I do not think that this is a fake signaling. The way the price has reacted on both June 17th and to July 17th and today, as Segwit gets support, just Segwit, even without Segwit 2x, just the pure support of Segwit raising the price of Bitcoin by $700, basically takes that malicious plan off the table. Because if they do that, the price of Bitcoin will probably drop to my ultimate support point of 1,300. And the consequences that would come to those that caused that price drop as it will be obvious, is not something they would want to deal with. Let me just, put it that way.
The price is vitally important to Bitcoin miners, no doubt. Thanks for everyone for watching. Just after you put in your thumbs up, we went up to 325 viewers. It's great to see. If you're new here, please subscribe down below. We do videos like this every day. We do longer shows on other days. I just wanted to thank everyone for their support of the Mad Bitcoins Patreon. We had some new subscribers yesterday. We're now just 2 Patreons short of our goal of 50 Patreons. And as you can see, we're up to $360 a month. That's a significant rise towards our goal of 2,000. And as you can see down here on the side, we've had a new member in the $25 a month level. Thank you very much. Shark Carrier, as we're calling them. And we had an amazing new member at the hero level of $100 a month. That's amazing. And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe for as little as $2 a month. You can use your credit card to subscribe at patreon.com. This is kind of like a permanent Kickstarter to support creators who keep creating. So if you like what we're making, show us some support. If you've got some Bitcoins, we've got a new QR code, a new graphic, very simple. Donations welcome. So thank you for watching today in Bitcoin. We're out of time. We'll be back tomorrow, and then we'll be back later tomorrow with the Bitcoin group at 1:00 p.m. Pacific time on this same channel. Subscribe down below, the World Crypto Network. We're out of time. Bye-bye.